What's going on, guys? Check out this sick new shirt. It's tie-dye, PLL, Atlas. Nice. Tyson just joined. All right, well, hey, dude.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you going? Friday night?
Doing good, man. Yeah, it's Friday night. I'm honestly, I'm pretty wiped. It's been a long week. But yeah, it's good, man. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, pretty good. Just like everyone else, it's been a busy start to the year. With everything going on, I'm sure you're obviously crazy busy. You just came off doing the 51 set, and Project70 now. So, and then obviously amongst other things you're probably working on as well. So it's been a crazy start to the year for you. I think we're all a little bit like that. We're just kind of really busy at this stage.
Yeah, you got the Donovan Mitchell drop now. That's fire.
Yeah, that was cool. And I mean, Utah's killing it. They got the best record. They got the best record in the league right now, and obviously Donovan's the best player on that team. So they're hopefully going to be a team that's featuring late in the season.
Yeah, I think I saw you're getting into football, right? American football.
Yeah, not too heavy though. I've had a lot of players reach out to me.
Awesome.
Want to do cards, and I guess once you're starting to do cards with players, other players see it and want in, and so I've signed up one player, and who I think
wraps for now.
Yeah, got to keep it under wraps. But the player's going to be making an announcement soon. I'd love to announce it, but it is a rookie. To give clue, it is a rookie. There's a bit of debate if he's the best player in that position or not, but it should be the best player in that position in the draft. So he is a top rookie, and there's a few other guys that want. I've been looking at mock drafts because I'm not really big on NFL, and it's not huge down here. So I've been catching up to speed with it all, and so it's been interesting. Yeah. But that announcement should be coming pretty soon, so it should be cool.
Nice, I love that, man. And now the Shohei Ohtani card.
Yeah, that was. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I feel like Project20. I felt like I was kind of more the way I was remaking cards. I was more restricted in terms of like following the previous card that was made that we were recreating a little bit closely.
Yeah.
So this one I kind of wanted to go a little bit outside of it, and obviously like the 1954 card, there really isn't much to it. It's really just a dual photo player, big portrait shot, small action shot, and then just some text and stuff. So I thought, well, I'll keep the photo composition, but outside of that, I wanted to change things up a little and kind of like just bring it to life my way a little bit more.
That's awesome, man. And I love to see like showing love for players that are not overly represent. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Griffeys, a lot of Trouts, and I'm doing those guys too.
Yeah.
But it's cool just to see some variety from like the Yankees, Dodgers, like the guys you expect to see.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we could pick our order. I really wish we could have.
I think that Jeff would be. I had a really good call with Jeff today, and he said that if I wanted to have some influence on that, I could. They'll try their best to like work with me, and I'm sure they'll do the same for you if you have anything in mind.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, they've already picked my first three, so I guess I can't change that.
Right.
But I didn't mind. I kind of liked it. But I get, it makes total sense because you wouldn't want, one day a Mike, like we haven't seen a Mike Trout card, But True. What about if we could pick our order and like 22 artists wanted their first cards to be Mike Trout, and you're just getting like a Mike Trout week,
Yeah.
But so it's cool. But I don't know how fluid you are. Like we obviously all had to submit our list before the project started, well before the project started. I don't know how fluid you are, but like, I've got a few players in there that may not even play this season because they're like, I don't really understand baseball too much. Like the rookies, they might not play, playing in the minor leagues. So if they don't end up playing, I actually have to find a new player. So at that point, I guess, I'll probably look at what everyone else is doing, and then I might be influenced in picking a play that someone's done and has gone well.
Yeah. I'm going in I would actually, one of the things that I was talking to Jeff about is like, there's a very heavy Yankees Dodgers in the set, and I'm seeing some comments about that online, and so I was offering to like basically give up all of my Yankees and Dodgers players and replace them with some less represented teams or or guys or whatever. So I'm not sure. It sounds like after talking, like there actually is a pretty good balance. There's a handful of artists that are from New York that like are doing all New York players.
Oh wow!
And like for example, like New York Nico, that's like his whole kind of brand and thing. He did the Jeter. I think all of his are going to be Yankees and Mets. Which is cool. But yeah,
I seen in the comments someone said, "Is it Trevor Lawrence for my card?"
That would be sick.
It's not Trevor, and also I'm pretty sure he's out like 6 months anyway. So with an injury, but yeah, no, it's not. It's not Trevor.
Yeah,
he's going to pick, I assume. So, but yeah, no, it's not. It's not him. It's someone else.
Yeah. Doug suggested Robin Yount. Yeah, I am considering that. He's not on my list now, but like I said, I'm talking to Jeff and might make a few minor adjustments. Nothing to do anything crazy, but I could get rid of like. I know Jeter's going to sell well, but if everyone's having a Jeter, maybe I'll try and do something different. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, I really wanted to do an Australian in the set, being Australian, and I guess but yeah, just looking at the history of Australians in baseball, like there's no one there's honestly just no one that would create enough demand for someone to want to buy the card. I don't think it's not like the NBA where we've had some really successful NBA players. But Australians just don't really get into baseball that much. But the cool thing is, I just found this out. I was actually I actually met my accountant yesterday, who's a massive baseball fan, and he said, now I can't remember which one it was, so someone might correct me in the comments, but Acuna or Soto, I don't remember which one it was. Obviously, one of the big players in this set is going to be. They actually played in Melbourne, Australia, when they were a rookie.
That's awesome.
So I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if I do one of those cards, maybe put a bit of Australian tie on that. But I had no idea they played in Australia. No idea.
Yeah, I didn't either.
No, but there's no one really kind of Australian born that's kind of really. Which has really kind of made it like big time in the MLB, or really kind of exceeded. But yeah, I don't know.
Are you between the work you did for Topps before 2020, then Turing Project 2020, then your the parts, the series that you did, is your process changing at all? Like throughout all of that, like now, like that you're making this Shohei card, is it any different than, let's say, like your Dwight Gooden from Project 2020 in terms of like process?
I guess it has, because I feel more comfortable with my work. Like, I don't know what it was like with you, but like, I guess the Gooden ones, I was very nervous to see how it would be received from people. And I felt like recreating cards, I felt like these iconic cards are so, like, they're so iconic, they shouldn't be touched. They shouldn't be retouched. So I really want to pay, like you were doing, you made your style, but you paid homage to the original, and that's what I was trying to do. But now the fact that we aren't really recreating cards, Project70 is different. We're picking the players, and you link it to a specific Topps release in the past, but we're not linking it to a specific card. I feel my process has changed because I feel like there's no nerves. There's no like, I felt like it was an honor to make the Project 2020 cards, as in like, I don't want to screw this opportunity up to remake this card. So I feel like this one, you see maybe better cards because I'm less nervous and I'll just go out there and do whatever I want.
And that's probably the same. Is that the same that you felt when you did like the Tyler Hero card?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because you kind of got do your own thing, or were they like working with those other parties? Were they controlling it all in the creative, or they just let you do your thing?
Not at all. All the players seemed all the players loved everything I gave them. I don't think I had one change at all, really. Like, not out of anything. I didn't have any changes. There may have been like, we prefer like Tyler in a black jersey than a white jersey. That was it. But everything was super cool. And at the end of the day, I just wanted to give like people some like of my style, like, style cards. And like, I watched the basketball hobby and it's just full of people complaining, redemption, sticker autos, boring cards with like stock photos. And I was like, well, this is not what I do. I can offer you, there's no redemptions with me. Obviously, you just buy the auto and you get it. And on card autos only, you'll never get a sticker auto. And there's not going to be like boring stock photos. Like I'm putting my art on it. So I guess, I just kind of wanted to do that. But Project 2020 really just gave me confidence as in, okay, people want to collect my stuff. Whereas before, doing cards for Topps since 2014, I actually never really had that one-on-one experience because people weren't buying my individual cards. They were buying a pack of cards.
Pulling a pack,
pulling a pack, but I'd never actually I'd never get any feedback. I'd never be able to kind of speak to someone on it. Just pulling a pack of cards and here's what it is. So I like this whole thing of like buying an individual card, actually buying what you want.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Dude, I have such a sick collection of your like the Topps Fire stuff. I was actually just sorting it today, and like I actually have companions now from almost all the artists that offer them, which is just it's just really cool. And then
I know you collected my whole set. We sent out the NFS pack to you. I'm sure it's some.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in between. So that was going to be one of my questions. Have you does anyone know what it is? Like, have you announced that, or is it just a surprise?
People have been opening them. Shipping, obviously, people in Australia received it like the day after I send it because the shipping times are really quick. But international, it takes a lot of time. But out of respect, I haven't shared any of it online because I want. I will come out with a checklist and a print run. There is actually 2 different packs that people are getting. One's a lot rarer than the other. But one of them is going to be about 70 to 80 print run, I think. But the other one's much higher. But I've strategically not shared it because I know there's people out there they want to open it. They just want to see what's in it. Yeah. So I think me like revealing what's in it could even potentially hurt someone's experience, even if it's 3 or 4 or 5 people. I will share it at some point later, but I've just kind of wanted to wait a little while, maybe a couple more weeks until the majority of people have it in hand. Cool. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, like I was able to ship stuff out really quick on all the other releases, but this one has been a bit of a beast to tackle. Like I've never printed stuff over Christmas time, and I did not, my printer shut down for 4 weeks. Like that's just standard over Christmas, and I had no idea. So, I mean, that's all experiences that I now know going forward, but just not do stuff over Christmas time again.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, I'm excited to see it. I mean, every time I get one of the cards, I think it's so cool. Like the experience, the bag, everything. It's really nice presentation.
Oh, no, really.
The first bag I did rip, which I know I'm not alone. A lot of people rip their bags.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see like I get so many messages, and everyone wants the bots card, and it's like the only one that's not a player card, and it's cool to see that. Like I was pretty nervous putting that out, but I don't know. It's just like I guess the hobby and the way everything is. Like I guess it's just like a talking topic, that card, and it's cool to see like the value of that still really high on eBay. Like people are just selling it for a lot more than they bought it for. So I get it. That's just been really cool to see. And fortunately I held one back for myself. So I've got
only one.
I held back like 3 or 4, but then I ended up selling those to people at retail for like that really, really wanted it. I did like a catch up set and offered people a chance to buy a catch up. So that was pretty much all my PC. But I got one myself, which is cool. I'll just end up getting a frame or something done on some of the cards I've done. So, but yeah, excited for this year. I've got some stuff with Topps. Actually got heaps of stuff with Topps coming out, which is really cool.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. And
can you tease us anything about it?
Yeah, I should be able to. Like, I've got Muhammad Ali cards coming out.
Nice.
Surprise, because they're already releasing that.
Yeah. Man, I saw the Muhammad stuff. I've done some Ali pieces. That's a great idea.
Yeah, you should try and link up with them about that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But before Topps had the license with Ali's people reached out to me seeing if I wanted to acquire the license, but the cost was just nuts. Like I couldn't touch it. And obviously he can't autograph cards, so it's hard to make up that price. So, and then when Topps said that they're interested in it and going to do it, I was like, well, let's do something together rather than me trying to pay for this ridiculously high license. So
Awesome.
So there's some of those coming out at some point. I've only actually designed one of them, but I'm really, really happy with it. I actually love what I've done, which is pretty rare. And outside of that, just the usual, like some insert cards for Topps Fire. I don't design all the cards. I just do some inserts. So there's a few of those, and then working on some soccer projects, which probably most people here don't care about. But
I think that's awesome. With Topps or separate?
Topps, yeah. So
cool.
Topps UK, doing some more match attacks cards, which ended up being really popular. But the crazy thing with match attacks is it's similar to like Project 2020, where you kind of log on and you buy like the single card. I didn't get one of my 8 cards. They just sold out like it was kind of like an AP. It was like getting an AP. It was impossible to get. Yeah. So I didn't.
Man.
Yeah, and there was no. I know, but there was no. Yeah, I've got to work out in my contract, so at least I can get one copy for free.
Yeah, you totally should. You should do that.
Because that entire set, I haven't looked at it actually, to be honest. But I feel bad.
I was able to negotiate to get 10 of my Project70 cards for free of each release.
Yeah,
so that's cool. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
dude, I mean, honestly, we tried to like get a higher commission, a higher royalty, and they're like, nah. And then we tried to get like 100 cards. They're like, nah. We're like 10 cards. They're like, okay, fine. I'm like, all right, I'll take what I
Yeah, 10.
Plus I get one of each AP. So
okay.
That's
nice.
Yeah,
I mean, 110. That's all good. I should have done with the match attacks, because now I'm looking at eBay. I think like the Ronaldo ones are pretty expensive, and it's like I feel like I'd be paying more than what I got paid to do the project for one card, and I was
yeah.
I actually haven't looked on eBay for ages. Maybe the prices have changed, but I really don't have much interest. But
so those are like, that's like a fixed. You get paid a fixed fee for those type of cards you make for Topps.
Yeah, fixed fee. There's not, because it's a set. It's not a print. Yeah, it just sells. But
is the Muhammad Ali going to be like print on demand with a royalty, or like a one-time design thing?
Print on demand royalty.
That's awesome.
They're selling now. I don't know if you've been looking at them. They've been selling.
Wow. I want to
see. They're on
the
site every week. Not my card. Sorry.
Yeah. I've seen the other one. Sorry, I was like, wow, I completely missed if you've got another drop on top.
No. So, but mine will be a little different. Because mine will. Actually, I shouldn't mention it because they might change things. Sure. But it will be print on demand, so anyone will be able to buy it. And the other thing I'm working with Topps is a hobby box for soccer.
Sick. So, like your own set?
Yeah, with Topps UK. So that's still in the works. It's not like, and it's at the ground level right now. But obviously, like, you did the Topps 51, and obviously we've got a lot of baseball projects going on. So I was like, man, like I had the option of doing something for baseball, but I thought I'd rather kind of do something with a different sport, just because there's so much focus on baseball right now, and I'm already doing baseball cards. And obviously your set was super popular. F.Dot's what the Stadium Series was really popular. And then Mr. Cartoon, Gregory Sif, Ben
Baller had his Chrome.
Ben Baller had it, all done really well. So
I think Ermsy's doing a standalone set, which I think is going to be baseball. I'm really excited about.
Oh, that's going to be killer.
His work is wild.
Yeah. So I guess like my standalone set, I didn't want it to be baseball, just because I felt like so much is already there and so many people did a great job. I was like, well, I'll switch it up. I mean, it would have been awesome if Topps had an NBA license and I could have done NBA cards, but
I know, brother, you need it. That would be great. I have I'm in talks actually with these guys, the PLL, which is who sent me this shirt, to do like lacrosse cards, also with Topps. But if that goes through, which I think it might, I love it because it's like you said, like other than baseball, something different. I played lacrosse in college and high school, and that would be really fun. So we'll see, but that would be similar. It sounds like kind of like your Topps Fire thing, where like I would just be making a few inserts. The painted cards, and then I think they would it wouldn't be like a print on demand, wouldn't be a royalty. It would just be like a, one and done. But that'd be sick to like. I would love to like rip packs chasing my own cards. It's fun ripping the 1951 packs chasing inserts, which Andy was on fire today.
Really?
Yeah, we pulled like he kept pulling a 5 like out of 5 inserts from mine for 51 set, which is great. And we pulled one artist card, which is also tight.
Oh wow, that's pretty good. I do like that feeling of opening up stuff. Also, like I'm pretty sure you don't have kids, do you? You don't.
I do not.
No, I've found like I find that whole experience with my child opening up cards is really cool. Because they like I just say, oh, let's try and find a rainbow card, and they're like, oh, no rainbow, no rainbow. Like it's just a good experience. Whereas if you bought something and you know what you're getting, well, I guess it's actually different though. I still really enjoy with the Project 2012 chasing the gold card.
Yeah,
I did that especially on YouTube. Me finding the gold with my daughter, amazing. Actually, I got a lot of backlash, unfortunately, due the assholes control the internet. They thought it was rigged, Topps sending it to me. But I mean, I only ended up landing 1 out of my golds, so I doubt it was rigged.
Yeah. I got 2 golds, but I mean, I think I bought more cards than anybody else, which is fine. I still have so many.
I remember buying a bunch of yours, hoping I bought a bunch for Maguire's because I wanted to land you gold Maguire. And when you had that bounty out there, actually, did we ever find out who got that? Because you had that bounty or the trip, and
no one ever. That one hasn't surfaced. I want to give a shout out to Blake G. He's been watching. I don't know if you've seen, but he is. He and I share a name, and he does his own on like basically like card reviews of all the Project70 stuff. So it's really fun. Like he's 9 or 10 years old. He came on the screen the other night. Anyways, he's in the house. So what's up, Blake?
Yeah. I did see that. I joined the Facebook group.
Yeah. Man, that's great. Oh wow, Zach, you got the Kutch AP. That's amazing. It's actually cool too with and it's probably another like advantage to doing someone like McCutcheon that's not the Mike Trouts, of the league, is that the MLB, like the Players Association, whatever, reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in like doing a Zoom call, basically having him on one of these live streams. I'm like, yeah, that would be ideal.
You just broke up a little. Sorry, what was that something about?
So McCutcheon, the player that I painted for my first card, basically the MLB reached out to me and asked if we wanted to connect because they saw the card, talked to him, and were like, hey, you should talk to this artist. Like I'm guessing like on one of these streams, which would be so sick.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I actually did a Zoom call with MLB yesterday, Players Association. I like the fact that they're trying to promote the artists more this year round.
Totally.
Yeah.
They're way more involved, which they should be. I mean, it's good for everyone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they get a cut of every sale as well. So that's
that's going to be. I forget. I guess it was on the call with Jeff earlier, but he was saying, when baseball gets started, like if a player like Tatis gets hot, he's playing really, really well. Like those cards are going to do so well. So that's going to be really cool.
And that's partly my idea with Ohtani. I mean, he's been hyped up for a long time. Yeah, he probably hasn't delivered up to the hype that he got, but maybe this year will be his breakout year. And his teammates with Trout as well. So obviously there's a bit of a tension there, and Japanese people really really show support with their local. Locally born players, athletes in any sport. So I've seen it in like the NBA as well, and there's even like one dude out here playing Australian basketball from Japan, and like they go crazy for him. So that was kind of, I wanted to do something there, and I don't know if anyone else is going to do an Ohtani, so hopefully not.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, that was another thing I was asking Jeff, because we're talking about kind of the balance, and I was thinking about replacing some popular players with some much more niche players. And I was trying to find I'm like, anybody picks like Robin Yao, anyone pick this person. I was listing all these ones, and most players I thought of, somebody's doing them.
Okay.
And there is every team is represented except for one team. And so I was actually trying to think of doing someone on the team that's not represented.
Do you know the team?
I do. It's Miami Marlins.
Oh.
So I was even, Jeter's like the CEO of the Marlins now. So I was thinking about, I could turn my Jeter into like, this, I don't know. So I was thinking about that, but we'll see.
I saw it's been asked a bunch of times on that Facebook group. They're like, "Oh, so an artist should pick a Michael Jordan card." Like, and obviously that was the first player I asked because, like, imagine a Michael Jordan White Sox card. It would have been crazy, but obviously we can't do it.
I wanted the same thing, man. I wanted Michael Jordan. You know who else I asked today is even like Kyler Murray. I think would be fun.
Okay.
He plays football, but he got drafted by the Oakland A's.
Oh, yeah.
But Russell Wilson also played had a very one-day contract or something. I don't know if that was before football or overlapping.
Patrick Mahomes, he's an owner of the Royals.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a part owner of the Royals. He bought into him late last week.
That's sick. That'd be cool.
But yeah,
I don't think they'll let you do. We probably can't do a Mahomes card, but
nah. And then there was like Barry. Barry Bonds would have been cool because I actually don't know many players growing up, but Barry Bonds was one of the ones I knew growing up. But I don't. And then Barry Bonds and Bo Jackson. I was unable to do, but everyone was unable to do. But obviously, there's an amazing list of players there. It's just like a lot of people. You see a lot of feedback, like, "Oh, why don't we select this player and that one?" And it's like, well, it's kind of like anyone in the world to do. It's we do have restrictions.
Yeah. I really wanted to do a Pete Rose card. They wouldn't let me. Who else? I was able to get Doc Ellis, who I think a few people will probably do. I would guess Snoop Dogg's going to do Doc Ellis, but that's just
you revealing your whole list tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned some of these in passing, anyways. And like I said, like I might call an audible. I told Topps like I don't want to screw with them because obviously we've already submitted, but like I also want fans to be happy and to feel like they're getting a good balance. And so if I can help, like if Topps sees it as a benefit, because then we're taking a little heat off of Topps like skewing the project to all Yankees players, then that's fine with me. And they they're happy with it. So.
Yeah, cool. I'm pretty sure I've only got 2 Yankees on my list, but I mean that may change. But I think I've only got 2 at the moment. But it was kind of fun building the list anyway, especially just from someone like I obviously know a little bit about baseball, and obviously I'm learning a lot more, but not. It was more so. I just found it so interesting, the rookie system. Like the fact that there's rookies from last year that still count as rookies this season. Like I just found that whole thing quite hard to understand. And then also the system where like players are like rookies, but then they're playing the minor league. They're not guaranteed to play games. And like, I don't know. I'm just like so focused with NBA, whereas like it's easy. You get drafted, you're a rookie. Like if you didn't play that season, you still get labeled as a rookie. Right. But yeah. I don't know. It's just all different, I guess.
Yeah, Chipper Jones, Stan suggested that's a good suggestion. Jim had suggested Jose Fernandez, who played for the Marlins, who died in a boating accident. But I did try and get him for whoever's familiar with him, but Topps said no. I guess they don't have the rights. I don't know. I
think Jamie in the comments got an order from me today, which is cool.
Nice.
So, Neon Ichiro.
Yeah.
Ended up getting.
Have you released autos on all your P2020 stuff now?
I still got 67 players to do. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
There are a couple people collecting up of autos. But it's been a stressful few months. Just from like obviously like finishing the Donovan Mitchell cards. And then preparing everything for this year. And then also, like, I just got a new studio, and that got broken into. Someone smashed through the wall.
Through the wall? Like, not even through the window? Like, through a wall?
Through the wall. I know. Ridiculous.
Like, intentionally to, like, get to...
Oh, look, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm a very paranoid person, so I keep all my cards at home at all times. I don't keep them in the studio. So, someone smashed through the hole in the wall, which is a little bit crazy, but that's created obviously a few issues and but trying to get that all fixed up and everything. So, just with that. And it's like, and now Project70 starting, and I saw Keith Shaw's already released his autos for the Project70 cards.
For his Lindor? Wow.
Yeah, so I was just like, well, I guess now with the Project 70 being out, it's like it's probably too late to start keep selling the Project 2020 ones. But I don't know. Maybe I will. But maybe I'll keep them super limited. Just do 5 of each player or 10 of each player. I don't know.
Wow, where is I'm looking at Keith's website.
It's just Facebook only.
Oh,
he put it on the group. He just said he's going to sell them on that Facebook group only, not on the website.
Interesting.
And I guess that's where the market is. Like, I guess on the or like it's really just going out to collectors now. The auto, so I guess it makes sense to do it. But you know, with so many artists and so many players, I haven't even thought. I possibly won't be doing autos for the P70. I'm not sure. I definitely won't be doing companion cards. And I didn't do. I think you were planning a set of P2020 companions as a whole.
I was only I was making a tentative plan saying if I do companions of P2020, it's going to be after all the cards have been released. And I was planning to if I would release them, it would be just as a full set of 20, and it would be like $200 for all 20 cards or something like that. And that was the only way that I would sell them. But there's just too much going on, man. And I don't think there's also a lot of stuff competing for like attention from people's wallets. And I don't know that, I'm not sure that my companions are the best way to like serve the fans. I think, I'd rather spend my time working on other projects.
Yeah, I understand that. I definitely won't be doing companions for P70. But I'm with autos. If I do autos, it will probably be like your 51 set where it's very limited.
Yeah.
I like the way you did that. I think you did 1, 3, and 10 of each player. Pretty sure. Was that?
Exactly. Yeah. It's so much easier to manage. Like the sign, I can sign a whole wave of cards in one day. It's just so much easier. And by the way, anybody that's watching, Wave 2 autos sneakily dropped yesterday. I didn't really promote them. I've tweeted about it a couple times, but the Wave 2 autos are live, guys, if you want them at blake.art.
But I actually probably should say I will go back and sign all the Project 2020 cards out of respect for the people that are trying to collect every one of the players, because I feel that's very unfair. If someone's got 14 of them,
of course,
and then I'd stop with 6. So I will do it, but it will just be very limited numbers. And that's all. So I will get to it, but it will probably be I'll probably do it in March at some point later in March, but I will get to it. I think I've got I can't even remember the players. I don't know. I have to look at the list, but there is about 5 or 6. Did you ended up doing all yours?
Yeah, I did all mine. And we kind of we sped up the release of them near the end of the year. As soon as we were getting cards, we were doing the autos. Because I wanted to have all those autos just done before Project 70 started. And in fact, before 1951 started. So yeah, all my P2020 autos are they're all done, but they're not all sold out, which I actually like that. If people find me through Project 70 and they were going through the archives, there's some stuff, some stuff still available, which I think is cool.
Yeah, cool. One interesting thing that just came up for me is I guess once I'm now starting working with these players, like NBA players, Donovan Mitchell is actually has the same is with the same agency as Atani. So it's it makes me think I could probably reach out to the people that I've done the Donovan Mitchell cards with and try and get and possibly an auto release with Atani. That could be cool. I don't know if there's going to be demand for player signatures. I don't even know if Topps. Have you heard of Topps dropping autos in cards for P70 or not? Because I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so that had been. I thought that we might get to see player autos on the cards, each doing one, but I'm not 100% sure if that ended up getting. I don't know if that got finalized. It probably also they can obviously only do it for people they have autograph deals with, but that's probably a lot of the players. So I'm not sure if I'm not completely sure if that's happening. Also the foil of 70, I didn't know that was happening until the card was released and I read the description.
Yeah, I saw I thought it was going to be an AP of 70 and then the foil. Yeah, I didn't know about the foil, so obviously that was thrown in at the end, which is cool. Something to chase. And the rainbow foils were received so well with P2020.
They look gorgeous.
Oh, they look amazing. I hope that we can land.
Which one did you do foil with?
I did Tony Gwynn. I thought it came out really nice. But I mean, I wish we could just select any player from the set.
Of course.
So some of my previous ones would have done really well. Your Bob Gibson came out really nice with the foil. I think we were both fortunate. We actually got pretty good cards to do. The Gwynn and the Gibson were pretty nice ones to do. And the cool thing about mine was like, people thought I put the rainbow in it because the rainbow foil, and I think I got a bit of negativity on that because they're like, "Oh, it makes no sense. He put a rainbow on," but it wasn't that. It was Tony Gwynn. I did a bit of research, and he played in Hawaii. So it was kind of throwback to that, like a bit like I remember like the Super Bad movie. I had the rainbow on the license ID of McLovin's.
Yeah.
ID. So I thought, oh, the rainbow.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the idea behind that. And then fact that it's having a rainbow parallel to it, it just all made sense. So that was cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, someone mentioned here, how do I have enough to run the business and have a kid? And that's to answer that. That's just my wife. She does everything. I'm very fortunate to have a supportive wife that does basically everything for me. But yeah, it is pretty hard to do everything, and I don't know if your team's expanding and doing, like, I do have staff that help me. I wouldn't be able to get through it by myself, but it obviously is super hard at times.
Yeah, I mean, we have honestly, like, my team is smaller than it was last year, and leaner, and I think and a lot of that is like intentional. Is like when a team grows, it's like so much to manage, and it's almost like more things to think about.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
And so by doing things like selling a lot less autographs on the 51, we're taking our time with the release of the Project 71. It's mostly me and Andrew now, and Tess actually doing the communications, then my dad with the website. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't have kids, so that's nice. I also live at my art studio, so that's nice. When you changed from last year. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Are you Brooklyn? I thought you were moving to Las Vegas.
Well, we were looking in Las Vegas, and just didn't make sense at the time. So we decided to stick out here in New York we signed a 1-year lease. So
right.
I would like to get back west still, be closer to my family, but New York's not done with me yet.
Yeah. And Topps is out in New York way, so that can be handy probably at times. I don't know if they're at the office or not, but
yeah, for sure. You guys are right. Matt is missed. Absolutely. Heavy J, thank you, man. Heavy J says I would be a good dad. I think I'd be a fun dad. I'm a fun uncle. I like being the uncle because then like I got all the fun stuff, and then I get to go home. I just got my my niece and nephew and my brother-in-law a 3D printer and sent it because I just gotten one pretty recently and started playing with it, and I was sending them some videos, and they were really curious about it. So I sent them one. It just arrived, and they got it set up today. So that's
awesome.
Exciting. Yeah,
that's cool. I got to look into 3D printers just to play around and have a bit of fun. I think they're wild. Some of the people that do stuff with them, it's just crazy.
There's a lot of potential with it.
And you everyone just keeps on mentioning, like in my DMs on Instagram and
NFTs.
Email stuff. Like, no, it's insane.
NFTs, right?
It's insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Top Shot too. What do you think about Top Shot?
I
was trying to get it. I was trying to get a pack today.
Yeah, I think but so my opinion on it is it's interesting. People buying it because it's a good investment, but no one actually wants to hold on to it. No one will PC anything, from my opinion. So like, as long as he's selling it, that's good. You don't want to get left with anything. So
you don't get stuck with the bag.
No, but I guess
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I see people PC sets of players and stuff, but I just can't see people PCing specific players or teams and stuff in a video highlight system. I understand people are buying them, but people, like, I've spoken to hundreds of people and people have been messaging me about it. It's like, get on it. But at the end of the day, people are only buying to make money. People aren't buying to keep. Whereas I know trading cards, people are buying to keep. So, and they've got a marketplace right now where nobody can withdraw their money. So it's kind of like I view it as I view it as a bit like a gambling site right now, where it's like, okay, you've won a few bets, you've got a couple grand in your account, but you can't withdraw it. What are you going to do? You're just going to keep betting, aren't you? You're just going to keep betting. You're going to keep buying stuff. But once people can pull their money out, that's when we'll see how strong the demand is for it. Because if someone's made, say 5-10 grand on it, they might just take their money and go and then never come back. I don't know. This is just my opinions on it, but I would never buy a highlight. But if it's a good investment, I'd buy it, but I'd never buy it to keep. I would
what about a digital piece of art?
I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, because I've sold some and now I finally started buying some, but not buying a lot, but I did spend a lot of money on the last one I bought.
Okay. No, I would.
I also looked at it. I looked at it as an investment, and I think I don't plan to like hold it for a long time, but I'll hold it for a little while. I think this artist is gonna go do well.
Yep. No, I think that's different, especially because some of the top shots, the ones that, there's a highlight limit to like 15,000, like 20,000 or something. So it's a lot. Like, you're not buying a digital art piece that there's not 15,000 of them. And yeah, I do view it as different. I guess you see the common thing that everyone says, like, oh, you can just watch it on YouTube for free. You can watch it on YouTube. That's what every comment is. You can watch it on YouTube for free. But you don't own that highlight on YouTube. You can't profit off it. You can't sell it. So you actually own a piece of that highlight. But, man, I'd hope the NBA is getting a massive royalty cut of this, because if they've signed on to it pretty low.
Bank. They're making bank, bro. They're making bank, but who's not is the players are not. The players don't make anything. And players, in fact, are like putting bounties out and saying, hey, I'll buy my highlights, right? And they're spending big money to own their own moments. So I think there's actually a lot of opportunity, especially in like what you're doing, partnering with athletes, is maybe like layering an NFT component in addition to still do the physical cards, partner, blah, blah, blah. But that's something that I'm looking into with, in fact, that we've talked about doing maybe football, Josh Jacobs, when we, you were kind of giving me some guidance. Like that's something I'm going to bring to him and say, hey, we can add NFT on top of the physical card, because it's Wild West, man.
Yeah,
and millionaires are being made every day, which is crazy.
I mean, I wish I could go back and do like the Tatum, Tyler Hero cards as NFTs, but like obviously my the contract, I only secured them on a trading card license. I didn't secure them on any NFT or digital space. I can't do that. I'd have to go and renegotiate. But then it'd probably just be difficult and not worth it. But
no, I'm not saying for the past ones. I'm saying, if you have future deal flow coming through with new athletes, that might be something to just consider as an option.
Yeah, I've got it with the NFL player I'm coming out. There should be NFTs with that.
Sick.
Yeah. So
I saw BR Irwin's. So problem with NFT and Top Shot is you don't get anything tangible to show off in your wall or office, desk, or mantle. There's actually there are companies that are sending physical, basically a companion that goes with your NFT, and they all vary in what they look like, but essentially it's like the size of a trading card in like big glass case, and it would look really cool on a mantle. If you want to see an example of that, look at what Beeple did. BEEPLE. Put like Beeple NFT into Google, and that was really cool. And he basically, the dude is a graphic designer. He does one graphic design every day and like post it on social media, and has been doing that for years. And so he did an NFT drop where he took his whole catalog from 2020 and it's got 365 drawings, and released them as NFTs, and people are collecting them. And then when you buy the NFT, you get mailed like a physical kind of trading card of it, and so people are trying to collect all of them. He's like taking NFTs and making them basically like trading cards, which is really cool.
The one thing I worry about in the NFT space, because obviously it's super new and everything, and it's the whole licensing thing. Like I saw there was an artist out here in Australia that dropped a Kobe Bryant NFT, and he doesn't have the rights to Kobe's likeness. He doesn't have the the rights to that photo, whatever. And dropped it, made like 350,000 USD in 30 minutes. And then just walks away and takes the bag, and it's like, well, like that stuff doesn't sit right with me. It's like, and then I think that whole thing of that space, like people, because you can make so much money so quickly. And I don't know how these sites are approving work. Like we're potentially in a place where somebody could rip our artwork off or someone else's artwork and go, here's this NFT of this piece that I've done. Who's to say, like, if it's selling out, if you're making that much money in 30 minutes, you walk away. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely, now that the awareness is there, media is talking about everything. I can definitely see people stealing artists' work and selling them as NFTs. I could see it happening, but then also like artists doing like things that they don't have trademark, they don't have licensing to, they don't have like likeness deals with celebrities and all that stuff. That's another can of worms, and I could see it happening. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the Wild West, Well,
yeah.
But I want to play in the waves and see if I can ride one, because
I think it's a bit like,
I think it's
kind of, I feel like it's a little bit Project 2020.
Yeah.
How Project 2020 blew up, like it had nothing to do with like the people liking the cards or anything. It literally was viewed like outside of the group as a money-making thing. It was like, look, it's you printing free money. You're buying a $20 card. You can flip it for $100, $200, $300, $500, $1,000, $2,000, whatever in a couple days time. And that's what brought all these sneaker boys in and whatever that people like to call them. And I guess NFTs are currently doing that now because people think that huge upside to it. But the one thing I actually do love about NFTs, I know, like obviously, I love the fact that, look at this, we're in an industry where the trading card is only as valuable as pretty much the quality of it. And you can I pulled a freaking Zion National Treasures auto in a break, Panini, like an amazing card, rookie card, Zion, obviously the biggest rookie possibly since LeBron, and it had shit corners, and it's like, well, that card's just worth nothing now. But if that was a digital piece, everything is perfect quality. There's no like I won't even get it graded. There's no point. I'm just going to hold on to it. Like it's got horrible corners, and that card was meant to be like, because I pulled it in a break, I didn't see the corners. I was thrilled. I was like, this is amazing. But by the time it came, it was like, oh, like it's probably lost 90% of its value just because of the way it was printed. You don't get that with NFTs. Everyone gets everyone gets a PSA 10. Everyone gets a black label, pristine 10 BGS, whatever. Everything's perfect.
Yeah.
There's no
theory, like authenticity is like trackable, and it's, I know that there is the issue of, someone else uploading your own work. I don't know, but I think it's the future. I think it's, I do think there's still, and that might be overstating it. I think that it's going to be relevant, very relevant going into the future, and like a supplement on top of, existing art. Like I could make a painting with a QR code on it that could be attached to like the token for the painting.
Yeah.
Which would be really cool.
Someone did, John 055 NBA mentioned on the comments that he mentioned Topps Bunt. That's basically that they've been selling digital cards for ages on their Topps Bunt site, and they re-release physical cards as digital cards as well. But I don't think that really it hasn't really been that much a demand. Like I don't think the digital cards have been around for ages, but it really hasn't blown up like the NFTs are right now with crypto art and everything. So I don't know. Like, could you see like Blake? Could you see Topps like potentially diving more into the digital card space and trying to, or
I think they'd be foolish not to. I think every league, if I was the MLB right now, I'd be being like, how can we do what the NBA is doing? Like NBA, they did that launch today. They launched a premium pack and they made $1 million like for selling video highlights that you can watch on YouTube, but presented in a cool way and with the benefits, I guess, of an NFT. But yeah, it's. I think the Topps would be silly not to get in on it. I think that I think also Panini should do it. Everybody that can.
What I would like Top Shot to do, and I reckon it will get done one day, and I hope it does, is work with animators and get artists digital artists, animators to recreate highlights, basically what Topps 2020 did, but do it in stop motion. Do it imagine that if you've got say a LeBron dunk, but then there's a super rare version where it's recreated by an animator.
That'd be awesome.
It would just be wild, because then that's a whole nother level of a collectible.
Right.
And you can't watch that on YouTube. I guess you can't get the comments like that. So
yeah, I'm looking at Topps Bump right now. I'm gonna have to check
I actually had an account on Topps Bump for a little while. Some of my cards were on there. I think they still release my cards every year on there, the fire ones. But I've never really been a big fan of digital cards. More into the physical ones.
Yeah, interesting. I'll have to look into that more.
Matt's here.
Yo, what's up, Matt? How you doing? Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments about Bunt that I don't know if people collect it or if there's a lot of resale for it, but I don't know. Is it on the blockchain? Are the digital cards
I think it's just on an app. Pretty sure it's just on an app.
Yeah.
But you can sell and trade, I'm pretty sure. Well, I had an account for a while. I should know. But I'm pretty sure they had free packs you could buy you could get as well, or you could get points.
Maybe do tasks or something to earn.
Yeah. But yeah, you could also buy packs as well. But yeah, I don't know. I do. Though I'm again to say I'm not big on the Top Shot stuff. I just think that it's
surprising. It's surprising to me because you're such.
No one wants to hold it. No one wants to hold on to it. So get it, sell it. If you can get a pack, sell it. Whatever. But I just want to see in 2 to 3 years' time, are there going to be thousands of people with Damian Lillard collections and LeBron James collections, or is it simply just buying? Everyone's into selling, but
time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell, and then yeah, no one can even get their money out anyway. The people that
Well, I put $1,000 in there today yesterday because they postponed the launch. And I was trying to put $500 in, and it was taking forever. And I hit refresh on the page, and I ended up putting 1,000 in. And as soon as it goes in, you can't take it out.
Yeah,
for long. So that was annoying.
They'll take your money in an instant, but it'll probably take.
And then I sat in the waiting line trying to buy a pack today, which they were only going to let me buy one pack anyways. Putting that much money in there was stupid. And then I waited in line, and then I didn't get a pack. So now I've just got $1,000 sitting in an account that I can't touch. That is pretty silly.
We could buy some highlights at ridiculously high resale prices if you want.
I certainly could, but I don't plan to. I was just excited to rip packs. I get that for them to keep the buzz alive, they need to do it like this. But at some point, if I can't get packs, I'm going to lose interest because I'm not buying from the marketplace. I'm not going to do that. But I'll pay. The packs are what, $14 for the common packs, $100 for the rare pack that dropped today. I was going to buy a pack and you get 6 moments and hope I hit a LeBron and then resell it and buy some new studio gear.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely, buying a pack is a great investment. And it seems to be going well for a lot of people. So I just want to see how it is in a few years time. I'm looking it just seems to be these trends, everyone's just jumping on. You even look at the stock markets, everyone was talking about whatever the whole GameStop and AMC and all that, and it's just anyone that's left holding on to this stuff ends up being a massive loser in anything. So
GameStop's up, bro. I just sold my GameStop yesterday, and I won on it, which is good. I was able to.
Do you have GameStop shares?
Yeah, I did. I didn't have a ton. I had 20 shares, but yeah, Andy is the heck.
But it just seems, I don't know, we're living in a little bit of a risky environment where, like, we came from an Instagram environment where people could influence, young girls into like, what they want to wear and what they want to look like. But now we're into an age where people influence where people can put their money in, and basically market manipulation. Like, I mean, you see pump and dumps all the time. Like, I mean, it's just crazy. Like, even like on Twitter, like all I see every day now is Gary Vee talking about NFTs, where he never talked about them, 48 hours ago or 72 hours ago. It's like they didn't exist. But now his whole audience now is talking about NFTs. What is this? What is that? And then you got all these people buying stuff because of him. And like, everything. You had like Logan Paul, like literally a YouTuber, helped blow up Pokemon cards. Like that, it is what it is. And that's just because of people's reach. So it's a cool thing to see, but I think people have to be take that with like a grain of salt, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, and really, I think what it comes down to too is like if you're in it to make money, you should be the only place you should buy from is the source. So like if you're doing this on the Topps cards, you should be just buying them on Topps.com and don't pay more than $20 a card. Yep. Like the people during the bubble, when that bubble happened, like the people that lost are the people that were buying the cards on eBay for way overinflated prices. Yep. And there was a lot of factors that went into that. And like, even myself at the time, like, I didn't feel like, I felt like we were on a rocket ship that would never come back down to earth. So I was telling people, and I don't feel good about it for like, when the bubble is happening, I'll be like, get the cards. Like we're on a rocket ship. But I was also like, I was telling people from day one, like buy my cards from Topps.com. Like, anybody that bought my cards from Topps, and same with yours, like they're never out money. Like there's no way those people lost money.
Yeah.
Like, all they did was.
Yeah. And I see on the face, like a lot of people are trying to pump down the Project70. I see a lot of people, even in my, like some of the comments saying like, like 90% of the cards are worth $5. Like I go down these stores, they're all for $5. And I was like, man, I don't think any of my Project 2020 cards are $5. Maybe the Kofax is, and that's it. But like, I'm pretty sure that every single card of mine is probably, well, I don't know, at least retail. I'd say 16 or 17 out of the 20 would be retail or above.
Sure.
So there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not. Yeah, just buy from Topps. It's your safest bet, sort of thing. And at the end of the day, it is a beautiful piece of artwork. You'd hope. Like it's not just all about investments and everything. And I have a lot of people that are buying baseball cards in Australia that never watch baseball, still don't even know who Mike Trout is or anything. But they're like, oh, we just want to support you. We want to buy your cards. And that, for me, that means more than anything. Like, I think that's just more meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, man. Can you give us any clues on who your next player is?
Yeah, I probably could. It's how'd you do it? It's like linked to a Project 2020 player.
Great.
But it's not a Project 2020 player, if that makes any sense.
So like I think like Jose Canseco that goes with Mark or something like that. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there's a linkage, and basically I've made the card look very similar to what my Project 2021 was as well. So
awesome. Man, I had a dream that I don't remember if it was you or another artist, but somebody made their entire Project70 set companion cards for Project 20. They did all the same players, and they made them companions of all 20. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And I woke up the next day. I'm like, damn, I already submitted my first card. Can't do that. But I think that's really cool to have it.
I am excited to see what artists do the companions, because I honestly think some of the companions to the Project 2020s were better than the Project 2020 cards. I absolutely love the Ermsey companions. Some of F Dot's recent releases of his companions have just absolutely blown his Project 2020 cards out of the water. Like,
his stuff is amazing.
Yeah, it's that Frank Thomas one he dropped recently. That was so killer. And also the Mariano Rivera one. That was super cool as well. I really like that. So
Tony Gwynn one was nice. I mean, his Bob Gibson with the Cardinal. He's got amazing work. I can't wait to see his standalone set. That's definitely one I want in on.
Yeah.
What's your collecting strategy? Are you I guess we'll start with P2020. during P2020, were you collecting other artist cards, or mostly just your own stuff?
When it first started, like I wasn't even buying my own card. I only bought 15 good ones. Like I didn't happening. Like only when I spoke to you, because I thought we only could buy 200 total. So I read the contract wrong. I thought we could only buy 200 total of each player, and I was being a little bit sneaky. I was like, okay, so we only can buy 10 of each player. I'm going to buy 15 of Gooden because it's my first card. And I was like, maybe later I'll only buy 5 of another player so I can still get the 200.
That's funny.
Then I spoke to you and you're like, no, you can buy up to 200 of each player. I'm like, what? And I reread the contract. I was like, oh no, what was I doing? So then obviously after that point, I think I bought 100 of my next card. And then after that, I bought pretty much 200 out of all my players. A couple I bought 300 to 400 of. Most of them just sat around the 200 limit.
I mean, I bought at the peak, I bought like 1,500 of my Trout cards, but there were 75,000 printed. That's the only card. That's one of 2 cards I think of mine that do sell for below retail. But honestly, like even when they're discount, like I'm still not out money. Like, and I don't care. Like it's an awesome like business card to give to people.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I mean, my Gooden card is literally worth my entire set because you could buy my entire set for $400.
Right.
Like,
and then the
Gooden is more than 400. So even that alone could fund an entire set. And I think that's amazing. Anyone that has bought that, they could keep the money, but they also could buy my entire set off one card. And that's all I tell people. So one card created 20 cards. That's pretty cool. And that's it was selling for 3,000 at one point. 3,000. I know one person that sold 2 of them for $6,000 USD.
That's crazy.
Turned $40 into 6,000, and I was like, mate, I only got paid. I think I only got paid $1,800 for that card.
Yeah,
I was like, you made $6,000 off that card. I got paid $1,800 for it. So, it's all fun and games anyway. But in terms of your question, I went through a period where I was just collecting cards that I like the look of. I don't really, so that's me. Like, I don't really like, as in like my trading card collection at home, like I don't really collect, like, it's like, I don't PC stuff. Like I just buy what I like the look of, it's kind of like clothes. Like, oh, I like that hoodie. I'm going to buy it. I like that, pair of sneakers. Is like sneakers as well. I don't collect sneakers, but I got heaps. I just buy what I like. So I saw a bunch of cards. I remember seeing Your Maguire and I was like, nah, got to get some of them. And I'm pretty sure Your Maguire dropped on the same day as maybe Andrew Thiel's Jeter memory. So I was like, I like that one. I thought at the time that was the best Jeter, so I got that. There's a bunch of others I got. Basically just buying what I like the look of. So there was specific.
Man, I love the Juan Soto that just came out today. That's by Naturel. It's gorgeous.
That's nice. Yep.
Yeah, that's great. I've been really impressed. Like I collected the whole set last year, although I did like miss quite a few just by accident, and I'm trying to like trade to fill in those gaps. But this year I was really wanted to be like disciplined and not buy a lot of cards unless I really, because like, I mean, the reality is like most of them are in a box in my office. They're not like out. The only ones that are out is like one of my Maguires, a foil Gibson, some APs. But this year I told myself I wasn't going to buy any, and I've already bought so many that have come out. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. See, if I lived
man, they're great.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
Yeah. If I lived in a bigger city, like if I lived in Melbourne or Sydney in Australia, I think I would buy more because I'd probably just have like a studio / like retail shop sort of thing where people could come in and maybe just having cards there would help. But the fact that I live in like a pretty small city, a very small city, we kind of get where the bubble jokes in Australia sort of thing where I am. So just being the boring city and everything and nothing's here. So the fact that like there's really nothing, like there's no one really I could sell cards to here or anything or even showcase cards to. I feel like if I was in like Melbourne, I would have kind of a physical foot traffic presence where I probably would buy more of other artists, but then also the shipping cost, it's a lot for me. A card's $20, but the cheapest shipping option to Australia is $10.
Is what, another 10?
So unless you're not getting them in a pack, it's really just not worth it's not. Yeah, if you can get like a day with like say 3 cards is great, because it's like, oh, okay, if you like all 3 cards, you just get them and it's still $10. It's $10 no matter what, I think. But that's the cheapest option as well. Some of the cards that I was buying myself, I was paying like $400 or $500 for delivery, because of like I was buying massive amounts. So
yeah, of course,
it is what it is.
Yeah, the Hank Aaron today too is gorgeous. I mean, there's just
Love
there's a lot of talent. Is there anybody of the artists that that you're looking forward to seeing that's on the list that hasn't released yet?
Oh, gee, that's a good question. I was more, I guess, like probably some of the brands like Uncommon and stuff, because I want to see like what their plans are to do.
Sure.
I think it was like what Soulfly and Uncommon. So probably more so looking, because I guess researching on the other artists, I kind of got a good idea of what they'll do, because it's essentially going to be their style.
Of course.
I was more interested in guys like Snoop Dogg, the Shoe Surgeon, because it's like I have no idea what they're going to release, what it's going to look like. So
I like the Shoe Surgeon's Griffey. I thought was really nice.
How good were the sneakers? The sneaker drop. Did you see that?
I did. I think it's cool. Like, I mean, his sneakers are ridiculously expensive. They're cool looking. I'm not like a sneaker guy, so I like it. I just spent more money than I've spent on shoes in years. Is I bought 2 pairs of like low top Air Force, just all white Air Force Ones, just so that I could like be wearing it while I paint, and I'm just gonna like get paint all over them. And those are gonna be cool when they're done. But like, that's the extent of my like shoe. I don't know, knowledge or like interest even. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do like the fact that they've included some brands in. Like, I understand that some people might might not like the fact that they're working with like all artists, but at the end of the day, it's good for them to mix things up. I don't think anyone in the world's going to collect Project70 set. I strongly believe.
I think some people are. There are people that are doing it. Yeah.
I don't think it was set up for that. I think it was more set up for people to collect artist sets. Because for Project 2020, from my opinion, I felt like it was strategically set up to collect athlete sets, like player sets, and then also the whole set as well. But I think as it went along, people found that collecting the same card of the same player 20 times probably became repetitive, but collecting the artist reinterpreting all those cards was kind of a cool thing. So I think P70 is more about the artist sets and maybe team sets sort of things. But I mean, maybe there'll be a complete set. I don't know. That's a lot of cards.
I think there will be, man. On Blowout, I've seen a few people that I think they're going to do it. But
huge shout out for anyone that ends up doing that. And interested, and I mean, they'll end up getting every artist of that gold. What's that gold? I didn't know about that.
The gold poster. Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, that was same thing with the foil cards. Like, their Topps is surprising me, and those ones were both good surprises.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I experienced that with the NFS pack in my set. I found people really were collecting to get the pack at the end, which was cool to see. People show support the whole way through, not just grab one card and then just go, oh, well, don't want to get any more. So that was kind of cool to see that. And I think the fact that Topps has come up with an idea to kind of get people to collect like an artist set, not a player set. Like, we're talking about artists here, to collect the whole set. That's cool. So that's why I really hope that people do end up buying my first card, because then that allows them the choice, I guess, to then collect the other 19 if they choose to.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I think like it's gonna be I mean, it's a long year, man. Or a long project. That it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see, what Topps kind of layers on and adds to keep everything exciting. Which I think they're pretty good at doing. And like, adding the foils at the end of last year's set, I think was really cool. But it'll be really, really interesting to see what they do. And like, it's crazy that we're not even halfway done with the artists yet. I don't even know if we're a third of the way done with the artists.
Oh no, we're halfway, I think. Yeah, we're halfway. We're at 25 now.
Yeah,
we're at 25. So we're
okay. Yeah.
we're halfway. 24. So okay.
Almost halfway. Tomorrow we'll be halfway. Yeah,
and
man,
then
that soda was just gorgeous.
Where are you up to? I'm up to doing my third card. Are you up?
I've submitted 3 already, and but I'm gonna start this weekend, probably really cranking out. I would like to have as many done as I can sooner than like last year. I was just doing it as they came up. There are advantages to that in that like you can be more I can be more engaging with the community to like help them choose. But this year with this set, like I don't really, I'm happy to hear people's opinions, but like I already have an idea. I already know how I want to do it. And so I'd rather just get it all done and then be able to focus on streaming and, being on forums and promoting.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd like to get mine done a little bit more in advance as well. Just also then there's no stress of like the like rushing something as well. That's never good. There was definitely a few Project 2020 ones where I had to do it like on that night sort of thing. Like, and I didn't rush any pieces, but it was more like I probably didn't spend the time that I wanted to on it. Like if I had like another few days, I would have loved more time. But I mean, everything was just so crazy back then. Especially like, with like, like you were selling autos as well. And a lot of autograph cards were selling like before we got them in hand early on. And then with shipping delays and everything. So then once those cards came in, it was basically, no, I want to treat customers right. Everything else just gets left aside. We're doing all the cards like the next 2 or 3 days, focusing on every order, every card. So when you had that thrown into the mix, and obviously later we all learned like, no, okay, let's only sell them once they're in hand. But we won't have that this year because I definitely won't be selling any P70 auto advance.
Do you know that as soon as the orders start happening, Topps starts printing the cards. So like they're already printing your Shohei cards.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Smart. It's so smart. So like by the time the print run ends, like they're all done printing it.
Yeah, and I saw today somebody called the gold Ermsey. And people were already getting like Snoop Dogg rainbow foils. I've seen a couple Keith Shaw rainbow foils. Like these cards, I felt like were only on sale like 7 days ago. Not even that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's really cool to see, and I love the fact that they've got the numbering on the back of the foils this time because last year they didn't. And so they got the numbering on the back of the foils, and also they got that whole what is it, the holographic, what do you call it, the holographic, I guess, print sort of thing to verify the card on the back, which is
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the backs of those yet.
It's like a repeated Topps logo on the back of the card.
Okay. Yeah, like a watermark kind of.
Yeah, but I think it's like a holographic sort of thing. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but from the photos I've seen, it kind of looks like a holographic type look to it. So
that's awesome. Yeah. What about the wrappers? Are you excited to work on those? I saw some people talking about it in the chat.
I don't really know. I kind of was confused when I picked the wrappers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. It'll be interesting to see like how they start rolling those out. But yeah, the 2 wrappers I picked are sick.
I might need to change mine because I don't know what you picked, but some of them are just amazing, like the originals. But I was very confused with picking them because I thought the wrappers were going to be us like recreating a wrapper, as in like we could then select a player to be on the front cover of that wrapper. So I picked in my head thinking, okay, I can put say like Mike Trout onto this wrapper. But then I found out like, no, it's going to be like no players on it. So then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I need to change them. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do there. I'm interested to see what you're going to do.
I'm stoked. I just found a few that I think are really going to work well with my style of art and just be fun to play with.
And how they get sold? They're just like a card.
I guess it's a card, but I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I don't know if they're going to come at the end. I don't know if they're going to be everyone's last 2 cards.
Right. Yeah. I don't either. I think they're gonna start sprinkling them in.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of the artist like highlight videos. You know how we did our little, hey, what's up? I'm Blake. Videos for one of them.
Great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was fun. One of the early ones that they shared, I think, showed an artist and it showed him working on the wrapper, and I thought it looked freaking really cool. I just don't remember what artist it was. Topps. Let's see here. Topps. Bam. They post a lot.
That's crazy. Someone just in the comments mentioned they got notification on Sif, Brittany, and Saladine's cards. They legit were on sale like
They just ended today.
That's insane.
That's great. So also really someone else said, I saw them saying it looked like maybe Topps was sending 10 packs first, then 5 packs, and then singles.
Okay.
And then maybe 3 packs last. Yeah.
And then the golds are coming out at the same, because I think, did you know late in Project 2020 the golds were just being sent separately? They weren't coming. Yeah. And I think that takes the thrill out of knowing that takes the thrill out of opening it up, doesn't it?
Like,
especially me. I really enjoyed my time opening up cards, looking for the golds. I really find out, that was a complete waste of time because the golds would have never been in those because it would have got separately. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, the 51 wrapper would be a cool companion. That's a good idea. I can't remember the years that I picked, but I don't think 51's one of them.
I think I can't remember the first. Was 50? Is 51 the first year?
Yeah, 51. That was the first. That was, so that wasn't. But I kind of did redesign the wrapper for,
Is there any? Was the standalone project? Is there any talks of another standalone project or?
We haven't really so we got the lacrosse thing kind of in the mix, which is just I'd just be a small piece of the puzzle. I had talked to them in the past about proposed maybe doing some GPK, which they seem open to, Garbage Pail Kids, which I think could be fun. Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, in terms of standalone sets, we haven't really talked about it. But I feel like they have a lot going on right now, and I don't know if it's and I feel like I have a really good kind of system now for producing this art for the set. I know what I need to like promote it. That. I don't know. I not that I I have tons of different projects going on anyways, but adding another one right now for both me and for Topps, it just seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I've already bitten off, like it's only March in a couple of days, but I already feel like I've bitten off too much more than I can chew with stuff like just committed. Like I've already I've got 6 or 7 athletes onto trading card deals this year, and it's like I need to do it easier this like last year, signing them up one by one. And which had its huge advantages too, because I could pick it in the moment. Like the Tyler Hero one, he just freaking blew up. So I was like, all right, get onto it now. Like, whereas now that I've picked him in advance, like things happen. Like some of these players are injured now. Like some of them aren't performing well. And it's like, man, like, so it's like, it was fun doing it in advance because at least I don't have to stress about it. But I already think like I've got, I think 6 or 7 signed up. So it's like, oh man, like 6 or 7 cards just, stresses me out thinking I've got that much to do this year. And that's it. Sorry, I just sneezed. I had a whole conversation. But I think I'm just a little bit nervous in the year ahead just because I've committed to so much already. So
and I remember when we talked, you were thinking about taking the year off. You went the opposite direction.
I was, but also like I was still wanting to take the year off. That was all because me and my wife were trying to move, and if we were able to, well, then I would have taken the year off. But then we didn't end up moving, so then I was like, well, what's the point of I may as well just go at it one more hard year and see how it goes. But that definitely was the plan, but that was based on moving, kind of like you to Las Vegas. Like I'm sure if you moved to Las Vegas, your year probably would look a little bit, I don't know.
It would probably look a little different, but
I just wanted to move and take the year off, but she's still here and still in my still in our place, and just want to bust at it just one more year. But the cool thing is the players that I've signed up this year, I will be able to offer with lower price points because they aren't like like a Tatum or a Mitchell. They're not like superstars in the league. So and I mean some people might not be happy that I'm not getting like a freaking like a LeBron or Steph Curry or something, but like the end of the day is if I couldn't get LeBron, but there's some guys I could get that are like the biggest names in the game, but it just means the price point of the card would be ridiculous. So I'm hoping that cheaper price point will allow more people in that maybe weren't able to collect last year's players, and who knows. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I just kind of I enjoy the business side of stuff. I don't know if you enjoy that too much, but
Mm-hmm. I love that side.
yeah, I really enjoyed the business side, negotiating deals, the likeness deals, trade, the autograph side of things, the way the players promote it. Because at the end of the day, is you don't see many NBA players talking about trading cards, and I was able to get 4 or 5 guys actually on social media talking about trading cards. And yes, they were my cards, but I think as a whole that helps the hobby. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you got a guy like Tatum talking about trading cards, I think that's just going to help. So
Definitely.
and
No
I've
doubt.
got that lined up with the players this year. They're all going to be talking about the cards. So yeah,
Yeah, man. You're changing the game in the hobby.
yeah.
Awesome,
Well,
man.
yeah,
I love it, man. You're laying the blueprint.
yeah. It's been fun. And I'm sure I hope others do it. And at the end of the day is I just hope I don't like exclusivities. I don't know if you're I've never liked exclusivities in any industry. So I think there needs to be more players in the game. And I just remember growing up collecting basketball cards, and I just absolutely loved the fact that I could just go out and buy like a skybox, an upper deck, a fleer.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was just all these options. And as a kid, like I was just like, I don't know, it was just like I like visually these specific cards. But nowadays it's like, oh, well, like basketball, NBA, it's like your options are Panini. That's it. There's nothing else. You can't do
Mm-hmm.
anything. So I don't like that. And I understand, why that is, but I just feel like even my very small set is possibly helps create maybe another pathway where people can make cards. In specific sports that they are there's an exclusivity with the license too. So
yeah. Well, it's awesome to see, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the athletes you've got on deck for this year.
Yeah, hopefully excited to announce them soon. So,
yeah, that's great, man. Well, I'm really glad that you joined us tonight. I'm pretty wiped, man. It's been a long week. I'm excited to get some sleep and then start painting this weekend and start knocking out some of those other cards. So if you guys are watching, I imagine most of you guys have the card, but the link is down below the video. I'll actually put it in this here. Let's see here. There it is. Yeah, I mean, it's a gorgeous card, man. It looks so good.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, so you guys make sure to get that. It's Tyson's first card, which means that you'll have a shot at the foil stamped poster. It also means that you'll have Tyson's first card, which everyone that owns the Gooden card from last year is glad that they bought it. And if you're going to buy it, you might as well just buy it from Topps. And then you have a shot at the gold and the foil.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, grab it. I think it's up another 24 or so hours.
Yep.
And after that, you can't get the gold foil thing at the end. So, but yeah, thanks for having me on. I really obviously appreciate what you're doing in terms of just keeping this, keeping the community that we have going. Because what I've seen is the Project 2020 community haven't gone away. They're now onto the Project 70.
Right.
And what I would like to see is the other artists, the new artists, I think it's their role to grow this community, because someone like you're keeping this community together. And I think other Project 2020 artists are doing that well. But I think that the Project 70 artists, the new ones, they should be trying to grow the community, and I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully this ends up, because the bigger the community, the better for everyone.
It's good for everyone.
Yeah,
man. Oh man, I can't wait to get some of these new artists hopefully on the stream.
Yeah,
to introduce
Snoop
to the fans. Yeah, Snoop, exactly. That'd be sick.
All right, thanks for that. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, and I appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah, likewise, man. Have a good one. Everyone else, thank you guys for watching, hanging out with us. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay awesome.